Hey everybody, Pixel here, welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Soul Silver. In the last episode, we defeated Morty, the gym leader of Olivine City. By the way, sorry I didn't actually change the layout in the last episode after we beat Morty to show that we got the Soul, or Fog Badge, not Soul Badge, but if I edit this correctly, then that should be changed now because we do have it. As you can see, we got all these nice looking folks afterwards, but we have the first 4 out of 8 badges, so we're halfway through. In this episode, we're going to be finally leaving Olivine City because this place doesn't have much to do anymore. So we're actually going to be heading out this way. We aren't going to be going the other way yet. You could, but we're not going to because the game wants us to go this way. Where did you say you're from? New Barktown? That's the town where Professor Elm lives, right? You've come a long way to get here. Yeah? And I'm going to actually shut up and let you listen to this music. So yeah, this place has some really good music, and it's been remixed and used in a few other Pokemon games since Gold and Silver. But I guess we should probably get to the new encounters in this area, of which there are 6. Starting with Farfetch'd. I know I used a Farfetch'd in Pokemon Fire Red, but that doesn't mean it's good. In every Let's Play I've done so far, I've used a Pokemon that isn't exceptional. For example, I'm using Bayleaf in this one, I'm using Onyx, and I'm using Togepi. But Farfetch'd is on like an entirely different level of being bad. It has pretty terrible stats all around, especially now. It does get a big buff in Gen 6, but this is Gen 4, so the better ability is definitely, whatever the first one listed there is. I don't have notes open right now. So professional, I know. And as you can see in its evolution slot, it was actually planned to have an evolution in the Gold, Silver, and Crystal demo that was shown at Space World. And that was for some reason removed. I think that really would have fixed fucking everything about it, just because, I mean, I love Farfetch'd. Farfetch'd is actually one of my favorite Pokemon. As I've said, I think a few episodes ago, most Pokemon on my top 10 are birds. Farfetch'd is on there. It gets a cool item. It gets an item called the Stick, which I think doubles its critical hit ratio, and then it can also learn Slash. So it can get critical hits very often. I think it might even be able to learn Focus Energy, not completely sure on that. But either way, Farfetch'd isn't the best Pokemon, and I'd recommend a lot of flying types over it. But it's usable. I mean, I'm proof of that. Next up we have Magnemite. Magnemite is an electric steel type Pokemon. That type is actually pretty good. It's 4 times weak to ground, and it's also weak to a lot of other things that electric types aren't, but it does get same type attack bonus on both Thunderbolt and Flash Cannon, which are both good special moves. Other than that, it doesn't get much variety in the types of moves it can use. I know that it gets Magnet Rise, which makes it so ground type moves don't affect it. That's incredibly awesome. That said, it looks like it should have Levitate for an ability, but it doesn't, for some reason. I'd say in this generation, Static is the better ability, just because Sturdy doesn't work. It doesn't get the buff that it got in Black and White. But overall, Magnemite's pretty good. If you can evolve it into Magneton, it's actually really good. and if you trade a Magnezone from Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, then that's a super good Pokemon. So, overall, I'm a fan of Magnemite and its evolutions. Next up we have Meowth. Meowth is kind of okay, I guess? So Meowth's gimmick is that it learns a lot of different moves, and it gets Fake Out, it gets Toxic, it gets Water Pulse if you catch it in Fire Red and Leaf Green, and I mean, it learns so many moves, but its attacking stats aren't that excellent. It gets high speed, which is good for getting off moves like Toxic, as I said before. So Meowth and its evolution Persian are okay. They're pretty average normal types, I have to say, but they aren't terrible. They're very usable. In fact, Persian was actually one of the most overpowered Pokemon in Gen 1 because it had such high speed. It could get crits all the time with Slash. But yeah, it's just an average normal type. Okay, next up we have Snubbull. Snubbull is actually pretty good. It's a normal type in this generation, so don't go getting your hopes up for it dealing with dragon types or anything, but it does get a lot of good physical moves to go with that incredible physical attack stat, and its defenses aren't terrible either. I mean, yeah, its special defense and defense are pretty bad, but its HP is actually pretty decent. And once it evolves into Granbull, it'll be doing a lot of damage and not taking as much at all, so overall, it's good. It's not a sweeper by any means, but it can do a lot of damage in the right situation. Next up we have Miltank. Miltank is, of course, I mean, we saw one just a few episodes ago when we battled Whitney in Goldenrod City. Miltank is okay. It gets a lot of, like, powerful normal-type moves, which, I mean, you can say that for almost any normal-type Pokemon, to be completely honest, but Miltank really does get a lot of awesome moves. It gets Body Slam, which has a chance to paralyze. It gets Milk Drink, which restores half of its HP. It gets Rollout, which does more damage with every turn, and if you use Defense Curl, it actually increases the power of Rollout even more. And it gets an ability called Scrappy, so it can actually hit Ghost types with normal and fighting type moves. That's really cool. So, while it may look average, and its high speed, high special defense thing is kind of weird, Miltank is actually really good. Though I can't say I understand why it has 100 speed. That is a little weird. Here's Birdkeeper Toby. Okay. Finally, we have Tauros. Tauros is the male counterpart of Miltank, and it's actually not terrible. Tauros was actually banned in a lot of tournaments in Gen 1 just because it had like such high speed, high attack. It got a lot of variety in moves, and I mean, it's just a very good Pokemon. Its special wasn't half bad in Gen 1 either, but I think I honestly would recommend Miltank over Tauros, but that's completely based on how someone would play. Tauros can't learn Milk Drink, it doesn't get Rollout or anything, it just gets a lot of strong physical moves. So, if you want something that can get a lot of strong physical moves off quickly, Tauros. If you want something that can hang in there while also using a lot of strong moves without as high attack stats, Miltank. Okay, so now that those bios are out of the way, we can actually get to talking about what's going on in the game. So, we're fighting Birdkeeper Toby, one of the better Pokemon YouTubers out there last time I checked. Get out of here. Man, he didn't use a single flying type move on my Heracross. Maybe he's not so great. I feel like just flying away now. Please do. That was rude, sorry. You don't need to. You can stay. So, we saw those legendary beasts in the Burn Tower 2 episodes ago, and this is usually the route where I first encounter Raikou, so I doubt it's gonna happen in this episode, but there's at least a small chance that we may encounter Raikou or Entei. This is the part of the region where Raikou is more likely to appear. I believe it's different depending on either the north and the south or the east and the west of the region. But I've always had better luck finding Raikou here than Entei. I might just be bullshitting right now, but I mean that's how it's always been for me anyway. Get out of here, Hoppip. God, we're getting so close. Hoppip actually had a design in the demo too, as did Skiploom and Jumpluff, which I'll put on screen right now for a visual aid. I prefer what they ended up as. There's just something real creepy about like all the black and the white on Hoppip and its demo design. You also saw in the Meowth bio, Meowth had a pre-evolution called Meowsy, which actually went on to be the name of Meowth's crush in the Pokemon anime. Pretty sure it was a coincidence because it is spelled differently, but it's still there. Did I just use Brick Break on a Farfetch'd? I'm pretty sure Farfetch'd gets a lot of flying type. Well, then again, has terrible stats, so whatever. Oh my god. Of course! Why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it appear? Just listen to this music. So that is my favorite legendary theme in this entire series. So Raikou flees after one turn, and we don't really have anything we can do. I don't think Brick Break will knock it out, so I am just going to target it with an attack right now. I'm not prepared to catch Raikou or Entei right now. They are both level 40, and they know a lot of powerful moves. And we don't even have anything we can use to trap them in battle. So yeah, for now we aren't going to be targeting them. When they appear, we will hit them with a move, but I'm not going to focus too much on catching them. Let me try something I learned today. Okay. What did you learn today? School kid Chad? Oh, Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime's actually... I like Mr. Mime a lot. I hate its design. I think it's one of the most disgusting looking things ever created by a human, but I mean, I just like its playstyle. It uses a lot of barrier moves, and it gets meditate, it gets all the punching moves, but it is better special attack. I don't know. I'm not going over the bio yet, because I don't think... I'm not even certain you can get Mr. Mime in this game. You might be able to in one of the newer areas that was added in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, but I'm not certain. I know for sure I've never used one in this game. Oh great, it learned Razor Leaf. Just what we needed. A Mr. Mime that can use Razor Leaf, even though it probably already knows Magical Leaf. Most Mr. Mimes do. Okay, you can stop slapping Salad. Fuck you. You deserve this. There it goes. Alright. 291. Not too much, but it'll work. I didn't study enough, I guess. I guess not. No! No! You can't have the phone number. No. My mom already wastes my money every 10 seconds. Okay. Trainer tips. If a Pokemon is trying to evolve, you can stop it. Press the B button during evolution. We know that. Alright. Oh! What you're holding is what they call a Pokédex. Haven't seen one of those in ages. My name is Baoba. I used to run a safari zone in Fuchsia City, but it was becoming out of date with new entertainment options coming out. I decided to go overseas to learn the newest technology and open a state-of-the-art safari zone in Cyanwood City. It may be more than a coincidence that we are chatting. Why don't we register each other's numbers in the Pokégear? I can give you a call once the safari zone is open before I call anyone else. Do you want to register? This is one man who I'm willing to register in my Pokégear. That's the way. I'll let you know over the Pokégear once it's ready. So, I was gonna give him an accent or something, but then I realized he does speak normal English. I was mistaking him for someone else later in the game. Let me see what your Pokemon are capable of. Okay. You use Psychic types, don't you? Yep, Slowpoke right out the gate. Well, I need to switch Heracross's place anyway. Salad and Rocky need to get some levels. Alright, you use your water gun. Why did I use Tackle? God damn it. Damn it, Bobby. Alright. It did just use Growl, so... Oh, well, if we get a crit, never mind. Wasn't saying anything. Another Slowpoke. This is like... These are kinds of trainers that I'm not a huge fan of, is like they just use the same thing over and over again. Especially when they have Curse and they just use Curse. Because why wouldn't they if they just want to make everything as inconvenient as possible, don't they? Oh, that did nothing! Oh no. I'm gonna cut until this battle's done because I don't want you to have to suffer through this unless I get a crit here, in which case... Never mind. Yep, up. Magical Leaf! Yes! Oh my god, finally. Magic Leaf is 60 power, Razor Leaf is 55, and it has lower accuracy with a high crit rate, but Magic Leaf is a special move, thank god. Just what Salad needed. Oh, your Pokemon have potential. Yours don't, bud. Just spam Curse, you're the worst kind of person. Let's switch Onix to the front. Can't get over there right now, huh? Yeah. We'll be back here much, much later. Apricorn tree. Let's pick an Apricorn then. Alright, get a Gurn Apricorn. Before we go in here, I am going to check on the berry pots. Moo! It's Cry's week. Moo Moo is sick. She needs lots of orange berries. We have orange berries, don't we? My milk tank ain't giving me milk no more. This here farm's got famous milk. Most everyone wants a drink. It'll give me lots of milk if I need to feed it lots of berries, I reckon. Okay. Didn't hear anything you just said. Our milk even goes out to Kanto. So if our own milk tank won't give us any milk, we're in trouble. Okay, now I think we can give it orange berries. I'll give it one. I'll give it another. So for right now, that's all we can do because I only have 2 orange berries. I had 3 a second ago, but I put one in the berry pot so I can get more. What do we have here? TM6 Drain Punch? This is a weird place for that. Okay. I'll take it. I think Heracross might be able to learn that. I'm not going to teach it yet, but it's good to know that it's there. Okay. Well, we need the experience anyway. In fact, I'm just gonna cut until I've taken down all the trainers left on this area. Alright, I'm back. So I defeated all the trainers here. And we've reached Olivine City.
That thing you have, it's a Pokegear, right? Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, that's alright. You again? There's no need to be alert. I don't bother with wimps like you. Speaking of weaklings, the city's gym leader isn't here and is supposedly taking care of a sick Pokemon at the lighthouse. Boo-hoo! Just let a sick Pokemon go. A Pokemon that can't battle is worthless. Why don't you go train at the lighthouse? Who knows, it may make you a bit of a better trainer. Man, what a dick! Alright. Well, now that we're here in Olivine City, I say we're just gonna go to the Pokemon Center, take a quick rest, and we'll pick up here in the next episode. So, next time on Pokemon Soul Silver, we'll be taking a look at Olivine City and everything that it has to do. See you guys then.